Hello and welcome on Mindset&Co. If you're new here, my name is Maureen. I am a breathwork and anxiety relief practitioner. And so here we talk about anxiety, breathwork, a lot of spirituality sometimes. So welcome here. And today we are going to chat about how you talk to money. What's your conversation with money? I know money can be a source of anxiety for some people when you don't know when it's coming in next, or where you are currently in a situation where money is a bit tight and you don't really know what to do. So I've been pretty open before in previous episodes about my situation with money when I was a student, for example, and well, all my money was going to my rent and I could barely afford any food. I couldn't really, go out to restaurants or anything. And it was really hard. I was eating salads every day, and it was pretty hard. So, with years and my love for law of attraction, positive mindset, kind of led me where I am today in my situation with money, where I'm not extra rich or anything, but it's more I have a lot of peace with money, and when I need it, it comes to me. And I know that I will always be covered and nothing bad can happen. And it saved me in so many different situations to have this type of mindset. And so if you're kind of a beginner into mindset, law of attraction, all of that, I can only recommend the book Super Attractor by Gabby Bernstein. I'm not sponsored in this video by this, but it's a really, really great book. Actually, when I was in a very low point in my life and I was starting to run out of money, I didn't have a job, and everything was just chaotic, I stumbled upon this book, started reading it, and within 1 month, my life turned around. And yes, that also means money. So I highly, highly, highly recommend this book if you're a newbie into that field, and if you need a bit of a boost into a positive mindset and to how to change your mindset towards, well, yes, money, but your whole life in general. So the main thing to understand is that money is energy. Okay, money has a specific energy. We are attracting it or we are not attracting it. Everyone is energy. Money is not out of the energy category, okay? So the main thing to understand is that money is an energy. So the way that you talk to money, the way you act to money will have an impact on how you receive it. And, one of the big things that I've recently been more in tune with was how I talk to money. So just take a minute to think about how you talk to money when you talk to yourself about your money. You're thinking, okay, maybe I'm not doing really good right now. This month I'm doing great. How do you talk to yourself about money? And when you do that, think about how you talk to others about your money. I'm saying this because I used to be the type of person who would do a money manifestation meditation, a money EFT tapping and all of that. And then when I would talk to my friends, I would just talk trash about money and my relationship with money and saying, maybe I just don't have enough. My salary is not good enough, and then kind of cutting out this link between the high positive vibes that I had previously when I was doing the meditation versus how I was actually talking about it to my friends. The thing is that also has an energy, the energy of speaking out. There was an energy into the meditation where I would see how it feels to have that money, and that's very powerful. But talking about it also has an incredible energy. Words have power, right? So, my main tip, one of the most effective tips that I've tried, was to speak to money as if it was a person. I imagine that money is my best friend. How would I talk about my best friends to my other friends, my family, to other people? How would I think about my best friend? Would I talk trash about my best friend behind their backs? Would I say, oh, she's so broke, she doesn't know how to handle money, she doesn't know how to handle her life, she's not kind, she's evil? Would I say that about my best friend? I don't think so. So just imagine that money is your best friend. Money is available there and it's gonna get to you. But just like any relationship in your life, if you're mean to it, will it want to come to you? If you're talking trash behind their backs, or you're talking trash to them, would they come back to you and be like, hey, I'm here, this is me, by the way, how was your life? And be so happy? No, of course, they're not gonna want to see you, they're not gonna want to have anything to do with you. So talk to money as if it was your best friend, as if it was a person that you liked very much. Think about it as, funny memories together, and as someone who will always be there for you whenever you need it. That's the energy that we want to put behind it. I admit that for me to do this change was an absolute game changer. And since I started doing this, I'm actually getting constantly money from either sources I didn't even imagine or sources that, I did imagine, like my business, for example. So now there's a couple of questions that, came up to my mind when I started doing this. So I started to notice that sometimes I would say things like, oh, it's so expensive. And saying things like that really is not the exact energy that we want to bring either, because behind of there is expensive, there's the energy of lack, there's the energy of I cannot afford it. And surely maybe in this timeline, maybe you cannot afford it, but it's about how you are going to respond to this and how you are going to speak to this money that might change it in the future. So for me, instead of saying it's expensive, I'm just saying it's a premium price. It's a premium price. Yeah, sure, it's a premium price. Right now it's at the premium price and I'm not there yet, but I will be. Saying some things like I will be also puts the energy of, okay, right now I acknowledge that my situation is not what I would like it to be financially, and maybe I cannot afford immediately this, but I will be able very soon to afford this. It's coming my way. Those two sentences really help me kind of reframe, and it's easy to do, and at the beginning it might be a little bit harsh because we've been so conditioned, and maybe for years you've been saying things like I can't afford it, this is too expensive, because this is what was within our vocabulary. But let's reframe that. We have other words, and you don't need to use the words of lack to talk about money. Okay? It's important to acknowledge your situation and not go in debt or not spend more money than you have to just say, oh, money's coming my way anyway. No, that's not what we want. I'm not saying be in debt. Absolutely not. It's just about how you talk to money, how you say it. I'm not talking about action right now. I'm just talking about saying things, using your words. Words are very powerful. How you feel emotionally can be very powerful as well. Another thing that came up to my mind, and people have been telling me as well, that's more within the law of attraction field. Okay, so when people say, oh yeah, talk about money this certain way, you might think, okay, but what do I say to people? Do I have to lie to them if they ask me how I'm doing with my money? Do I have to say, oh yeah, I'm rich, just so I can be on the right energy for it? That was my question that I had for so many years. But actually, no, you don't have to lie. Please don't lie to your family, okay? If someone asks you simply, how are you doing financially? How's your business doing? How's your work doing? How's your salary? Then just tell them, yeah, I'm currently working on it. Thank you for asking. Or I'm working on it and it's growing. It's on the way. Thank you for asking. I will let you know, when I have news, when I have updates. And simply stop the conversation right there. You don't need to invent lies like I'm doing so great, I'm so rich, or doing all these things if that's not true. Because that's also not the energy you want to put out there, right? Lying doesn't provide any good feeling and doesn't provide any good purpose or intention either. There's no point in lying about your financial situation. It's just simply how to reframe it. And of course, it's so easy sometimes to be angry about financial situations. For example, you have a bill coming that is higher than what you were expecting, or you have to pay more taxes than you thought you would, things like that, you know. Of course, it's upsetting, and we suddenly think that we're gonna have maybe less money than what we hoped for. But just notice how you feel when that bill comes in, okay? And instead of, thinking of it negatively, just think about what it does to help. So let's say you have a bill for your phone plan that is coming. So instead of being so angry about it, just catch yourself being angry, take a deep breath, and then just think, thank you. Thank you, because I do, or I will have the money very soon to pay for that bill. And that bill allows me to have my phone, to be able to call people, to be able to go on social media with my phone. If you're paying for your taxes and, that made you so upset to pay about it, say the same thing, but just acknowledge that thank you for those taxes that exist, because thanks to those taxes, we can have clear roads. If you're in Canada and you have, healthcare system, that allows me to have a healthcare system in place, that allows to have pavements, that allows to have things that actually work within the city. So thank you for that money. I will give it. It's going to help others too. A tip that I have for you is to use EFT tapping. If you don't know what EFT tapping, it's simply tapping on meridian points, so pressure points that can be used in acupuncture, for example. And you say certain sentences about money, and it's going to help reframe your mindset about it. I highly recommend Brad Yates on YouTube. That's the person I go to for my EFT tappings. He has a lot of EFT tappings that are very short. It's even 5 minutes most of the time. Really, it's so short. And it might help you also reframe your mindset about money. Obviously, I highly recommend meditation as well, but I know meditation is not for everyone, but it can be really nice to, be in that mindset and be in that quiet environment where you're most likely to be able to hear and integrate what you are hearing, learning, feeling emotionally. So just give yourself that space as well to see how you feel about money, how you speak about money, and then reframe that and slowly, work your way through whatever you want to attract in your life. Again, that might take some time. It takes some time to readapt what we're doing on a daily basis. But I just gave you today the tips that absolutely helped me change my mindset about money. And I know that if you follow what I said, it's going to help you tremendously. Okay, so let me know if that helped you in the comment. Don't forget to subscribe, and hit the notification bell to follow all the future videos that I'm gonna post here. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.